Is your teenager watching way too much pornography? Well, let's talk about that today on Tips on Teens. My name is Kent Toussaint. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I specialize in helping kids, teens, and families to live happier lives. I lead two organizations, Teen Therapy Center and the nonprofit 501c3 organization, Child and Teen Counseling, both here in Woodland Hills, California. And every Wednesday at noon, I jump on to Facebook Live to answer your parenting questions. Let's answer today's. I recently found out that my 14-year-old son has been watching porn. And not just a little, but a lot. I want to talk to him about it, but I'm not really sure what the right approach is. I'm worried about porn completely distorting his idea of what sex and love are and ruining his future relationships. I don't want to shame him, but I don't want him becoming a porn addict. What can I do? Thank you for your question. This is a rampant part of our society. Unfortunately, pornography is littered throughout the internet, and it's impossible to get rid of it. So we have to find a way to live with it. And the best way to do that is through education. Educate your child. Now, how do you do that? I think the first thing you do is you sit down with them in a comfortable setting, and you just have to step into that discomfort and try to be the comfortable person in the room by just putting it out there, say, hey, we need to talk about pornography, what our views are on it, not from a place of you're wrong and this is bad, more of, hey, we're concerned and we want to support you. You have to understand that pornography is incredibly stimulating and exciting to any human, but especially a teenager. I'm not saying it's healthy, but it is, just like ice cream, as a metaphor. It's nothing is as exciting right now to your 14-year-old as pornography, maybe video games. I don't know. But it stimulates the brain in a way that other things cannot. And just telling him not to do it may not be the best option. You may have to put some restrictions around it too, and talking about the restrictions you're going to put in place. Again, like we were talking last week about some apps you can purchase to put on your phone and his laptop and all that stuff to limit some internet media, because if you're expecting him to self-police, he may not be in a position where his brain is developed that he can do that himself. But again, not from a place of shame. You're talking about, this is why we want to put this in. We want to allow you to express yourself as a sexual person. You're 14. You have sexual thoughts and feelings. That's okay. We want to explore that. But also, here's the thing. And you probably know this already, but porn has a very slanted view of what sex is. It's a fantastical view of what sex is. It's not real. There's no sense of respect, dignity, and consent. That's not really in the porn environment. So it's really up to you to start educating him, not just on the biology of sex, but on the relational aspect of a sexual relationship. And while not every teenager who views porn becomes a porn addict, obviously it does increase the risk. I'm not trying to say the sky is falling and everyone who sees porn is going to be a porn addict. That's not true. But it is possible. So the more you can educate your son, the more you can bring in books on, hey, this is what sex is. This is what the female anatomy looks like. This is what the male anatomy looks like. This is how sex works. These are the different ways to have sex. Again, I know this is a very uncomfortable conversation for you to have, but someone's got to have it. And if you're relying on his 14-year-old friends to have it with him, or just the internet in general, I don't think that's a very safe or healthy place for him to be. This is a huge topic. I'm giving a workshop on Friday, and this is going to be a big part of the workshop. So I can only touch base, scratch the surface in a sense. But I want to get you to start thinking of how to start setting boundaries through respectful communication and modeling. How do you demonstrate respect and dignity in your own life? Obviously you're probably not having sex in front of your kids, but you may have a romantic relationship in front of your kids. And is there dignity and respect and kindness and compassion in that? And that modeling, I think, will help your son integrate some of that in his own life and then be able to project that into his future relationships. Big topic, I know. I love answering these questions. If you have more questions on this, give us a call, send us an email or direct message us. And if you want me to answer your question here on Tips on Teens, email us at tipsonteens@teentherapycenter.com or direct messages. Again, my name is Kent Toussaint with Teen Therapy Center and the nonprofit Child and Teen Counseling. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.